In this topic, we're going to focus on joint variation. To do this, we'll need to understand what joint variation is. We're going to look at the steps involved in solving joint variation problems, and then we're going to apply those steps in solving some examples. So joint variation is a situation where one variable depends on two or more other variables. Take note here, usually the other types of variation we talk about are direct and indirect. It's usually a variable depending on another, but in this case we have one variable depending on two or more other variables, and the variable varies directly with each of the variables that it depends on. So let's look at a quick example. If x varies jointly with y and z, we're going to have x equal to k multiplied by y multiplied by z, where k, we can call k the constant of variation. So k is constant of variation. Now let's look at the steps we want to use to solve these types of questions. So we're going to create the equation expressing the joint variation, and then we'll find the constant of proportionality. Some others will call it the constant of variation, which is k, and then we're going to rewrite the equation with the value of k and use that to solve or to find the desired missing information. Now let's put that to practice. So we're told here that y varies jointly with x and z. So what that means to us is y is going to be k, which is our constant, multiplied by x multiplied by z. So now we have a situation where y is equal to 20, and we still have k here, x is 2, and z is 5. So now we're going to divide both sides by 2 multiplied by 5, 2 multiplied by 5, so we have 20 over 10 is equal to k. So we can say 2 is equal to k. So now we rewrite the equation in this form. Y is equal to 2 multiplied by x multiplied by z. Now we want to find the value of y when x is 14, when x is 14 and z is 8. Okay, so y is equal to 2 multiplied by x, which is 14, and z, which is 8. So this is going to be 2 times 14, we have 28 multiplied by 8. 28 multiplied by 8, 8 times 8, we have 64. We put a 4 down and carry a 6. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 6. We have 22. So this is 224. So y is equal to 224. Now we have this question. If p varies jointly as q and r squared, and p is equal to 25 when q is 4 and r is 3. So let's go ahead and express that. So p is equal to, we start with our k, and q, and then r squared. So what we're going to do next is we have a situation p is 225 is equal to k multiplied by q is 4, and then we have 3 squared. So this is going to be k times 4 times 9, which is k times 36. So 225 is equal to k times 36. So now we'll divide both sides by 36 to get the value of k. So this is going to cross out. Let's divide by 9. Actually, let's divide by 3. We have 12 here, we have 75. We can divide by 3 again. We have 4, we have 25. So k is equal to 25 over 4. I'm going to leave this as an improper fraction while I walk through this. So now P is equal to 25 over 4 multiplied by Q multiplied by R squared. Now we want to find the value of P when Q is 6 and R is 8. Okay, so that is 25 over 4 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 64. Actually, let's not do it that way. Let's express it completely. So multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8 squared. So this is 25 over 4 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 64. So now we can divide by 2 here. We have 2, we have 3. And now we divide by 2 here. We have 1 here, we have 32. So 25 multiplied by 3. 25 multiplied by 3, we have 5 times 3, 15, you write 5, you carry 1 up here, 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So now we have 75 multiplied by 32. 5 times 2, we have 10, so we write 0, we bring 1 up here. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1, we have 15. And then we bring a 0 down here. 5 times 3, we have 15. So you write 5, you bring 1 up here. 7 times 3, 21 plus 1, we have 22. So now we can add this up. 0 plus 0, we have 0. 5 plus 5, 10. Put a 0 down, carry up a 1. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4. 0 plus 2 is 2. So P is equal to 2400 or 2400. For a given interest rate, simple interest I, so simple interest I varies jointly as principal and time. So that is K times principal P and time T. So if $2,000 is left in an account for 4 years, it earns an interest of $320. It earns an interest, so 320 is equal to K multiplied by principal, which is 2,000, multiplied by time, which is 4. So now 320 is K multiplied by 8,000. So now we divide both sides by 8,000 to get the value of K. Divide by 8,000. So this crosses this out. So these zeros cross out here. 2, we have 16. We have 400. You can divide by 4. We have 4. We have 100. Divide by 4 again. We have 1 here. We have 25. So K is equal to 1 over 25. So therefore, interest is equal to 1 over 25 multiplied by P multiplied by T. So now we have a situation where we have a deposit of 5,000 for 7 years and we want to find out the interest. So the interest in this case is going to be 1 over 25 multiplied by P is 5,000 and then multiplied by 7. So let's do it this way. 5,000 times 7 is 35,000. So we have 35,000 and we're dividing by 25. That's one approach. Another approach I'll take here is I'm going to divide this by 5. Divide this by 5. So you have 5 here. You have 1,000 here. You divide by 5 again. You have 200. And now you have 200 times 7. We have $1,400. So let's try it this way. How many groups of 25 do I have in 35? I have 1. 1 times 25 is 25. So you subtract. I have 10 here. You bring down this 0. 100 divided by 25. You have 4. 4 times 25, you have 100. So you have 0 here. Now you can bring out this 0. It's going to give you 0 times 25, you got 0. So you have 0 again, and then you bring this one down here. 0 times 25 is 0. And, sorry, 0 divided by 25 is 0. 0 times 25 is 0. So you get the same result.